Hello. I'm telling you, here we are, May already. The wonderful month of May. Lots are happening. Lots are happening. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on. Trust me on that. May, first we start off with the first day of the month with the Beltane moon. Or the Beltane celebration. The Beltane moon actually has a specific energy around it. It's about it's about new beginnings, it's about connecting with your ascended masters and bringing them in closer. It's about a celebration of the full moon. And the first full moon is actually on the 5-5, which is the double digit. And it's considered a flower moon. You've always heard April showers bring May flowers. Well, it's kind of true. And although they may be happening in April or they may be happening in May. But the energy of May is about pretty drastic changes. With the Beltane moon, that's your connection to your ascended masters. That's your connection to your intention of the month. So I'm asking you, go into the month with a specific intention, because you will be surprised at how that intention sort of plays out through the month. The full moon is about blossoming on 5-5. It's about blossoming the love, the beauty, the joy, the harmony into the world. It's about connecting with all of that energy and all of that sort of beauty that is surrounding this blossoming month of May. And take a deep breath, because it also feels like we're going into a bit of a high dive energy. Yeah, it's like, those divers that are on the cliffs that you've seen, or even on the high dive at the swimming pool. I can remember we had a diving board that was, 20 feet in the air maybe. It seemed like it was 100 feet in the air at the time, but it was probably 8 or 10 feet off the water. I don't know how high it was, but I imagine those cliff divers have that same energy. So May is going to be the energy that you might feel standing on the edge of that diving board, going up and down, not knowing, do I go, do I stay, do I go, do I stay, and then stepping back and just running forward and taking the leap. And for those seconds, you feel weightlessness. You feel like you're suspended in that animation. And then that's where the choice comes in. You can either hit the water splat and create bruises and a lot of pain, or you can hit the water feet first, going in, or you can hit the water diving hands, perfect diving hands, going into the water and coming through and swooping back up. So those are the choices of May. You're going to feel in May like you are weightless, suspended in time as the moments are coming in and you're sort of soaring through the air. You may not feel like you're landing until the end of June or July. So enjoy that soaring point and get your feet in perfect alignment, or your hands in perfect alignment, for that perfect dive as you're going into the ocean and feeling the exhilaration of the bubbling water all around you. I can remember standing on the high dive, not quite being brave enough to jump off. And that's where you are at the very beginning of May. You're standing with your intention. And what I'm telling you is you will feel that exhilaration if you jump. You will feel that energy of your intention coming to fruition if you just close your eyes and take the leap and say yes to what presents. I don't feel that you're going to splatter painfully into the water. I feel you're going to put in the water with perfect feet first, head first, or hands first, paving the way. You know, May is a startling survival month. I mean, the other day I was driving, and I'm going to tell you something, and I don't want to hear any reprimands or anything else because I've already changed that. I was driving on the highway. I was a 4-lane highway, and traffic was not a lot, but it was all right. It was flowing easily, and I was going 70 miles an hour, which that was the speed limit, and and I got a ding on my watch saying that I had a message, and habit just caused me to look down for a second, see that it was a ding on my watch that I'd had a message, and then look back up. I'm not sure I understand. Oh, that's my watch talking to me. And look back up. I mean, I just glanced away for a second. That's how fast things are going to feel like they're changing. When I looked back up, the semi-truck in front of me had stopped. And I had to swerve to miss him, glance at my mirror, make sure there was not a car in the other lane, swerve over to the side of the road and miss him. I wasn't on the side, I was in the other lane. And he was stopped for a wreck. That's what May is going to feel like. Take a deep breath on that. You will have startling changes that you will feel unsafe. I mean, I've now stopped my watch from dinging when I am driving, especially, and I keep it on silent most of the time so it's not a distraction, because the slightest distraction in this month of May could pull you off course from your intention and keep you from diving perfectly off that high dive and instead causing you to splat on the water. Now, I do not want you to splat on the water. Needless to say, I slammed on my brakes. I was safe. The truck was safe. Everybody was safe. But my heart was pounding in my chest for what could have happened when I was thinking about the frequency of the month while I was driving. Now, I know we think about all kinds of things while we drive. But in this month of May, I'm going to ask you to be very present. No matter what you're doing, be very present, because that is your course, is to move forward with love, peace, harmony, and safety. And as you're being very present, know that you will swerve if you come upon a tragedy. You will make that, because divine order is in process. I mean, when we connected with Adironnda, and I took May, the month of May, into meditation with Adironnda, they presented us with all kinds of things. First of all, you will always end up in the perfect place. Some of you may take the scenic route, and some of you may take the direct route. Either route is going to get you back to the beginning. It's going to get you, or instead of not back to the beginning, but it will get you where you want to go. Every single route will get you there, because divine order is a process. Understand that you may feel like you have just jumped off of a cliff and you are suspended in the air and you see the water coming at you. Just know that you can get yourself into the perfect position to dive into that water and have a little splash, and it will be absolutely perfect. Say yes to what presents. I know, take a deep breath. How many of you want to have height problems? How many of you want to go on? That's what Adironnda is telling us that this month is going to feel like. Now, from my own interpretation, breathe, remember your meditation, say yes to what presents, and understand that everything is perfect. You are the creator of your world, right? If you don't like what you're creating, create something different. If it is an exhilarating feeling to jump off that high dive and feel those weightless moments as you land perfectly in the water, then create something different. However you create it, it's going to be exhilarating. That's May. Woohoo! Let's jump together. Namaste, y'all. Namaste.